Oh no! Oh, you got the microphone there. Kick in.
I got
By the way,
I got everything going here. I got
there's
everything going here.
we're heading for a
Listen,
lot of snow coming
we're
up.
gonna be we might be breaking some news on
Oh
this
yeah! Did you
podcast.
get permission? Well, you
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what? You
We
did.
yeah. We
All
just
right.
don't know. We don't know where they're going to go. So
Okay.
right now, go ahead.
Let's we
What?
gotta
What?
start. We gotta start the
Oh, you got to
thing.
do the thing. All right, roll the clip.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
Uh,
See, that's worth its weight in gold whenever we do this.
yes,
That way, it's like everyone.
it's
Oh, we're a big
huge.
budget.
It's huge. All
All
right.
right, so much to talk about. We should just get going.
Well, the breaking news is this.
Well, you got
Apparently, there are
wait. Why did you
what?
wait for people to come in? Because then they could be coming in
Well,
and we
here's
could.
people. Teresa's
All
here.
right,
Donna's here. Kaylee's here. Stella,
all
Dylan.
right, all right, all right, all right. Let's hit the like button. Hit
Yeah.
whatever.
Yes, please, please help us out. We tried to wine and dine the algorithm. They can't. The algorithm canceled on us, and
No, the algorithms love us. They love us.
you can't. You don't know what to do with these algorithms. All right.
All right,
So
you want to
here,
do the breaking news?
yeah, for the last 5 minutes. So here's the
I'm
thing.
trying to warm up the crowd to the breaking news. It's like before you do that, it's like you just go, "Oh, breaking news! Here you go." You gotta ease into it.
So apparently, we have soldiers stationed in Alaska. Normally for the Air Force and so on, we train people there. Anyway, we have 1,500 troops, 1,500 soldiers that have been told to be ready to deploy. The question then becomes is where are they going to? It will either be Minnesota or Greenland, and we don't know at this moment in time. But that's news that's not out there, and we figured we'd let everybody know.
And we're gonna say this. Someone's like, "Oh, whatever." Then we say, "Boom, we got it first." Right? That's good.
Yeah, well, because we did. 'Cause we did.
Because we did. All right, guys, you're gonna love this show. There's so much to go over. This is the show before the show. So normally we have stuff that we're doing from the dispatch, but this one we're like, we should just put it up there. So I'm gonna pull it up, okay?
Yes.
This is
Yes.
from the Politico. This is the editor of Breitbart. All right, read what it says. There you go. It says that X is a post-apocalyptic cesspool of bots, the P word, and political illiteracy. Just joking. 'Cause he
Political
wrote,
illiteracy. In
yes.
other words, people think that they're literate, but they're really not.
Okay. He's just like he's just sick of it. So this is what's going on with this, and I find it interesting because we're like sick of it also. We're the ones that will be like, you know what, you guys.
Well, it's gotten to the point where, these lunatics on X continually tag, whether it's Pam Bondi or some others in the Department of Justice. Why aren't this arrested? Why aren't the... So finally, certain attorneys from the Department of Justice are answering them back, going, take a class on how the process works. This isn't a television show. That's what the editor from Breitbart was getting at, that they're politically illiterate, that they watch too much TV and think that real life works that way, and it doesn't.
Well, I mean, the whole thing with it, when people say just arrest someone, I got all the evidence here. And I have to say this when people say, okay, I don't want to add to it, but everyone knows who in the world I'm talking about. But when you have certain actors with the volleyball and all this stuff, and they're like, oh, he is a P. Really? I don't know. I never met the guy. But the point is like, if you have evidence on someone, your responsibility is go to the police and show the evidence of what it is.
Right.
No one's protecting peace. Nobody. But if you have the evidence, go do it and don't go present it to someone. But these rumors, I don't have evidence of it.
Right.
I don't have any evidence when someone says this actor is a P. I don't. You can say it all day long. Oh, it's right there. See, he posted a glove. I don't know. I don't know what that means. All right, and then go to the police station. Well, he posted a picture of a glove.
Look at this.
And I'm not even defending. I'm not even defending him. I don't know him.
Officer Billy, look at this picture. He posted this picture of a glove, and then a few things later, here's another picture. He posted a sock. That's enough. I'm connecting these dots. I'm doing my own research and connecting all the dots. Don't you get it? This is the evidence. And the officer's like, yeah, come on.
If you have that, go to the police and say this. Guys, I don't know these people or this. I don't know. I never met them. But it's like this whole thing of like just easily just saying this person's a P, this person's a P. We just go to the police. Anyway. Yeah.
Yes. And it's your civic responsibility. If you know that someone is actively hurting a child, it is, like Gene said, that's your civic responsibility. You've got to, and moral responsibility. Report them, turn them in. If you really have evidence and know. If it's just you because you don't like that guy, he parked in your driveway by accident, whatever it is, and you just want to have some retribution against them, then it's not going to fly, and you're going to look like an idiot.
Okay, let's Dave. I want to go through this lead article here on the Dispatch. All right, this is very interesting because there's much more to this story. How threats of polar war are coloring virtually every aspect of Trump's foreign policy, but there is something that we can talk about to show the direction of Trump and what he's doing. And this is like no one's talking about this. Okay.
No. Okay. And you're not going to hear this on X because if you've spent any time on X, you know that the usual cast of characters of the network never have one negative word to say about Russia ever.
Okay.
Ever.
Right. Now, reiterating what the President of the United States says. This is him. He says having Greenland is a national security concern. We already talked about in another show that when you have the Golden Dome, you have both ends of it. You can't put the Golden Dome in Montana. It has to be far away enough so that they can do their thing. Here's the thing. When it comes to this, let me do this video to show you how Russia is poised, if they wanted to do whatever they want there. Okay, here we go.
Designed to traverse the frozen wastelands of the Arctic. She runs on twin nuclear reactors, has enough torque to tear through ice nearly 3 meters thick, and can stay at sea for years without coming into port. And she's not alone. Russia operates 8 nuclear-powered icebreakers. No other country has a single one. Breakers like this make it possible for Russia to go where no one else can, clearing paths for oil and gas tankers, opening new trade routes across the top of the world.
Okay, so the United States already has made arrangements to get these icebreakers.
Right.
So,
we have the icebreakers coming. The interesting thing about this whole situation is that NATO has been asking, now get a load of this, NATO, so that's the European bloc, basically, has been trying to get the United States to beef up our military presence in Greenland for decades. It goes back to, I think, the second Reagan administration, but it's been a long time. And the reason that the United States did not is because what NATO is asking for, okay, is for us to invest our taxpayer dollars in a land that we really have nothing, I mean, that we don't own, we don't control, nothing. Now, so then the question has to be asked, well, why didn't NATO do it? Well, NATO is trying to trick, the Europeans think that they are so mentally, and believe me, I deal with them all the time, that they are so higher. Their whole mental outlook is that they are so much more superior in thought than the dopey gorillas of America. Okay, because that's really how they think of us. They think of us like a bunch, like a nation of like dopey monkeys. So when they always try and trick us into something. That's why the deficit was so ridiculous between Europe and the United States. And then every time they get in trouble, World War I, World War II, the same story. We have to go and rescue their behinds. So they've been trying to get us to beef up military presence in Greenland. We've put that off. So what President Trump is in essence doing is pulling back the curtain and going, look, guys, you are nothing without us. You can't defend yourselves. You can't do anything. If we're going to invest in Greenland and we're going to be there militarily and build it up and so on, then we want it.
And again, if you go to the Dispatch and see that article, it talks about these icebreakers, and the United States has already made arrangements to get these icebreakers.
Right.
Quite frankly, it's like, oh, Dad, are we going to Disney this year? Oh, I don't know. Okay, that's weird. The tickets are already bought. The plane tickets is already bought. It's down the road, and there's no purpose of an icebreaker unless you need it to go up there where it's going.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
All right.
So these are all the things that's going on, and that's happening with Greenland. And the only reason this is occurring is because Russia is making such a big move in the Arctic Circle.
Right, they have those icebreakers. Who knew, Dave? Who knew that you need
those
that?
Icebreakers there, and they say, "Oh, it's to pave the path for oil tankers." Yeah, it's also because they have nuclear submarines there. They have other wartime ships to launch rockets against the United States, Canada, and whoever, and they do it right from that circle.
Right, and going back to that, the Golden Dome needs to be there to protect it, and if they have it there, okay.
Right.
Just the whole thing is very, very, quite frankly, it's just very fascinating. And
I mean,
if Trump
can you
says,
imagine if the United States pulled out of Ukraine? We said, all right, guys, all right, Europe, go ahead, fund Ukraine, back Ukraine. That's all yours. If we pulled out of it, Ukraine would go over like that.
Oh, I know.
Tomorrow.
All right. Let's go through the next article. This is interesting. Okay, everyone wants to talk about this because of the 25th Amendment. This is Senator Mark Lee. Where's he from? Do you know? I don't even know where. Massachusetts. All right. I know. Here's the other thing. By the way, we said this before. You got 100 senators or whatever, 420, I don't know, congressmen. Do you realize that no one can even, like, how many can you name? Seriously. That's why some of them go ballistic and they're always in the news because they do some crazy stuff and they get in the news. But, like, you never heard of this guy. Hey, this guy's a United States senator.
Also, you have to consider that a lot of these people are part of, like, a media circus, right? And the media finds them, if any particular congressperson or senator produces ratings for news shows, they'll cover them day and night.
Right. Okay. This, by the way, of course, the 25th Amendment is if the president can't fulfill his duty, he's sick or something, that there's a way to take him out. This, by the way, is nothing new. This is from 8 years ago, Dave.
To the 25th Amendment as a potential option to get President Trump out of office. Take a look at some of these headlines. One of them reads, "When do we reach 25th Amendment territory?" Another, "Impeachment won't save us from Trump, but the 25th Amendment might." The amendment says the president can be removed if majority of the cabinet determines that he is unfit. But should we really be talking about this?
What's the odds? I mean, this is never going to. Okay, go ahead.
See, Gene, this is how you know. All right. This is how you know that these posters and these MAGA influencers on X are working in league with the Democrats. They want to make you so like non-caring and despair about the voting. They want to make you feel like, and they use phrases like this. Well, you already know that our election is all theater. You already know that our election is all fake. You already know, like putting it out there like it's a statement of common knowledge.
Right. The other thing about it is, truthfully, it's the uniparty. I don't know how many times I've heard about that word, the uniparty.
Yeah.
This is the truth. This is not the uniparty because the Republicans are run by Donald Trump now.
Right.
He has them.
Right.
Like it or not, they do Trump's bidding. If they go and then they get voted out, and the best way to vote them out, by the way, because you have incumbents, very difficult to beat an incumbent, all right, because they already have their footwork and everything. People like them because they're already in power. I'm not against primary, but they primary the guy that could win with someone that's so whack that they have no chance of winning in the general election.
That's right. And it's all about, I'm telling you that these MAGA influencers are working with the Democrats. They're not working with Trump, right? Because even if they say, oh no, you should vote, but only if they do this, this, and this, only if they will meet my conditions will I put out there.
Right, and the other thing to watch out for is the phrase, you can't vote your way out of it. Bingo, that's the telltale. Because what is it? Why? I don't know. I don't know. Well, I don't know. No, you are stoking people up for civil war. You can't vote your way out of it. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know. You know what you're talking. They know very well what they're doing. All right. While we're getting me going on this one you're gonna love. Okay, doing very well on this is my show, the Gene Ho Show, where I just talk about why George Magazine is getting so many attacks. Has been very big, and with this, I'll just say it in a nutshell. There is We Are George magazine started by, the original George magazine started by JFK Jr. There is a whole industry of people that are either pretending to be JFK Jr. or saying they're in communication with him or whatever. And they'll never say it. They're like, well, I don't know. But everyone else around them is saying, oh, that's JFK Jr. In disguise or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, that's why. As long as we're around, it's like, really?
Yeah.
What?
Play the video, and then afterwards we'll do a rundown of how many are out there.
There's a lot. It's a whole industry. All right. Anyway, here we go. Oh, this video, I know that just to preface it, basically why you listen to us and not someone else. Here we go. Well, I know all about George magazines. Really? A lot of people do. A lot of people collect them. They buy them and collect them. So why listen to these people? Also, the other thing, Dave Blaze, the CEO of George Magazine, you realize that his clientele list is immense. I'm not going to give away his people, his clientele, but they are at the top of the world scene. You heard his information. His information comes out and you can see it. It's wonderful. It makes sense and it's true, or it comes true. This is why you listen to George Magazine. All right, our track record is incredible. We did the story on the Christians being persecuted and killed in Nigeria. We broke that 2 years ago. Trump went in there, and we also have a person on the ground. There's so many things. If you haven't seen it yet,
we have an updated article, not in 40, it'll be in 41, from our guy over there, and it's, I mean. President Trump is doing what he can, but it's still a desperate situation. So, if for those that can pray for them over there, it's bad.
Right. My thing with this is we've been getting attacked all along, but honestly, what we're doing, which by the way, if you see that show, I point to projectlookingglass.org. Yes, it's a spooky dooky stuff, but look at all the things that we've been publishing. It's been accurate. We don't publish things without check. It's all sourced, which means that you have like, okay, we got this information from this thing. This is what's missing in America right now.
Yeah.
It's just, and let me just finish it. It's these people that says, oh, that's fake news, but just because you are alternate media, but you're bringing out the most whack of the whack stuff that is constantly wrong, and you're just putting it out there for clicks. That's it.
Right.
All right.
Right. And getting back to what you were saying earlier, there's a whole industry.
Yeah.
There's a whole industry, and we'll call it that because they're making money. It's a whole industry based on being John F. Kennedy Jr. And it is mind-numbing.
Everyone there knows it. And then if you say, oh, are you JFK Jr.? Oh, I'm not. Oh, but he's like, you're getting intel from this or whatever.
Yeah. So we just did a quick rundown.
How many they are? Because I was shocked how many there are.
We off the top of our head, we have 6 or 7. You guys will know them from these descriptions. Okay, so one, we have the Wizard of Oz. We have the too tall, too fat guy. We have the too short hat wearing guy. Then we have the D-list horror movie guy. Then we have Nanny and the Professor. And then we have another guy. Then the craziest one of all of them is Goluli.
And guys, just understand there's a whole industry based upon this. And so when George Magazine comes in, they have to denigrate us. But look at the body of work that we're doing. All right.
That's right, Tracy. Tracy's in on it. But
All
the
right.
thing is that's what. Okay, so in order to keep their revenue stream running, they have to tear us down because we're the real George Magazine. So they can't have us around saying that they're like, who are these people? So we have relatively.
We have, but it's the problem is with this is that they keep knocking us for whatever. Gene Ho's was never with Trump or whatever.
No, that's the best one. I read that on one of the lunatics feeds that you were never really
right, which is perfect timing. Yeah. Wait till you see this next project.
Yeah.
There were pictures that were not put out for whatever reason that is coming out now in rooms with private that no one else was there. But seriously, except for me, Trump, and one other person. So that's why it's so comical that they said that right now. It's like, really? Okay, here you go. All right. Let me do this because I want to keep moving here, Dave. Okay, here we go. The next one. Okay, Melania Trump with the AI, and she is supporting it. Obviously says it can't replace humans, but this is, Dave Blaze, is what you have been saying basically all along when it comes to AI.
Look, play Melania's tape because she's
terrific. Yeah,
and
we need the ratings. We need the ratings.
At some point in time, questions the status quo. Their singular vision pushes humanity in a new direction. Artificial intelligence is changing today's world, and your curiosity should serve as a driving force.
Right.
Okay,
so,
you know, Gene, my respect for Melania Trump. She's really is a wonderful woman. But did she actually have a light behind her head giving her a slight halo? Was that what I was looking at?
I gotta check. No, hey, that's a move. That's a photography move. I mean,
that's a photography move, all right.
The first lady's a fashion model. Anyway, the thing with it is we brought that out before about the AI from a long time ago.
Okay,
The pros
right,
and cons about it.
right. First of all, aversion to a new technology is going to cost you, whether it costs you in monetary gains in life. If you're in business, it's going to cost you profits. You got to keep up with this stuff. You know, they said the same type of things about Microsoft Office when that was first introduced. Oh, you're going to put hundreds of thousands of people out of work. They're not going to type. They're not going to do spreadsheets. Accountants are going to get laid off. And it didn't work out that way. How it worked out was that those people adapted and then learned how to use Microsoft Word because it was far more efficient. Go ahead.
If you actually listen to her whole speech, is exactly what she says, because basically it's like, this is a wonderful tool, just like all these other tools we have. And then early on, when we were talking about that, it was a glorified autocomplete. And people like, oh, you're using, you use this or whatever. It's a glorified autocomplete, obviously bigger than that.
One more thing is this.
Sure.
You know, okay, so a lot of these companies get sold on AI initially by thinking they're going to, tech companies that is, that they're going to, they'll be able to get rid of all their junior engineers and maybe even some mid-level engineers and just replace them with the AI. So they're thinking, oh, this is going to really drum up the profits. But what nobody seems to realize is that they need to keep the senior engineers, because the senior engineers will pretty much run the show. But how do you get a senior engineer? You got to start with a junior engineer who grows and grows in knowledge and into the position. They become mid-level engineers, and then the mid-level ones become the senior engineers. So you can't get rid of senior engineers. I mean, junior engineers. What am I saying?
Right. No,
so
no.
The thing, it's like baseball. You got to have AA ball to have AAA ball. You have to have AAA ball to have the major leagues.
Like this with Melania, embrace the technology, but understand where it is. It's exactly what you said. Okay.
Embrace the AI.
All right, one more. Stick around for this one. This one's pretty funny. Here you go. All right, I thought this was funny. We'll go with this one here. The odd couple, Vance and Rubio, stick together through 2028 speculation. I think this would work. I think they would do well. It's like, all right, Dave, I got the video.
And that Senator Markey thinks that Trump's cabinet, his vice president, is going to get the majority of the cabinet behind him to pull the 25th Amendment on Trump.
Well, I will say this: if he didn't know it, raise your hand if you knew who Senator Markey is. Like I never did, but like
he is, and that's probably why he's pulling a stunt. He needs some exposure. He needs character.
All right, check out this comedy work here. All right, both of them. We're gonna debate which is the better comedian here. Here we go.
I had not touched shellfish. I thought it was the thing that was going to kill me. And so on November the 10th in Parris Island, South Carolina, I was sitting there and they served steak and lobster. And y'all know, y'all recruits, you know how hungry young recruits get? And I thought to myself, well, on the one hand, I could be hungry and maybe save my life. On the other hand, I could roll the die with this lobster. And the very worst thing that's probably going to happen to me is a corpsman's going to take care of me. I'll get to sleep in tomorrow.
En honor y le doy las gracias al presidente Trump por esta oportunidad. I just said I saved a bunch of money by switching to Geico. That's what I said. So.
Rubio for sure. In Spanish, he said, "I want to thank President Trump for this wonderful opportunity." And then he turns to President Trump and says, I just said I saved so much money by switching to Geico.
Oh my goodness. Can you imagine if it was Geico, you would be like, yes, thank you.
I know, right? Right? You got the little, they should have panned to the little lizard. The little lizard in the crowd.
Anyway, this is great. They could probably do that. It's probably a free thing as a government. But I don't know. This is great, though. I think it's going to be fun. Anyway. All right. They Blaze, really quick, I have a snowstorm coming this weekend in Hot Springs, so we'll see what happens
Join
there.
the club.
Yeah. All right.
It's been
Hey,
cold, freezing, and
please, if you're watching this for the first time or whatever, please could you go to our YouTube, even if you're watching on Facebook. So like us there. Just go to YouTube, search American Pulse Podcast. You'll find us there. Just subscribe to it and like us. We're trying to drum up our YouTube. All right. That's it.
Yes. All right, guys. That was a lot. Keep your eyes on. Now, listen. We're going to have another big silver update first thing in the morning, as usual. After our devotion, we put out the silver update. So look for that. Look for those. And then a lot of big things coming in the news.
Yes. Once again, right. Once again, this is why you follow us, because yes, we'll have fun and all this stuff, but we'll tell you exactly what's going on. And with that is like we don't make up stuff. We check it out.
Right.
Okay.
We make sure that it's verifiable information, and we're not going to peddle things onto you that are just not true, just to get you to click on the video.
Right. Okay. Sounds good, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you soon. Or I'll see you tomorrow, actually.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.